Hey folks, welcome back to my Keaton Reads. I'm Eleanor, and this is my prospective TBR for the OcTBR challenge. So, I think they technically call it the October challenge, but it's spelled OcTBR. So, that's how I spell it. But yeah, so I've decided to do this. Because I recently reorganised my bookshelves a bit, including my TBR shelves, and I did a bit of a count, and so that whole goal I had to, it wasn't an official goal to reduce my TBR, although that's always the goal, but also a goal to reduce, it was definitely a goal to reduce my subscription box books that I haven't read yet, because there's a lot of them, and neither of those things was going well. So counts were going up, not by a lot, but they were still going up. So the OcTBR challenge is to spend October reading books from the TBR in order to try and get those piles down a bit. So I have a prospective TBR. I think there are 8 or 9 books on it, which is a lot given the size of some of those books and the fact that I am a mood reader. But at the end of October, we do also have Dewey's readathon. So if I'm falling behind, I can hopefully catch up some over that readathon. So yeah, I guess the first thing I did when trying to select books from my completely massive 2 entire bookcase TBR was I sorted the newsletters that I get with Our Crate into date order, and then I decided that I'd pick the first 5 in date order, the oldest ones from that list, which might not actually be the oldest because we didn't always get the newsletter, but that's what I was working off. And the first 5 that I hadn't yet read. There were a couple in the first 5 that I had read, so I was really going through the first 7. But yes, and those are the Our Crate books that I will try and read this month. So the first one is, I think these are mostly 2017 books. They may go into 2018. I'm not quite sure. But Before She Ignites by Jodie Meadows. So this is actually the first book in a trilogy. I actually don't know whether the second and third books have been published yet. But Jodie Meadows, the only book of hers that I've read was the one that she wrote with 2 other people about Jane Grey, My Lady Jane, which I really enjoyed. So I'm kind of keen for this one. It's a book about dragons. It's got a main character who from her birth has been told she's very special, that she's a hope for her people. But she's always anxious and she has obsessive compulsive behaviours. And she's always been too obsessed by dragons for someone of her status. And then she discovers a secret and everything goes very, very wrong. And this is, I guess, the first part of her journey. So it's fantasy, it's dragons, it's Jodie Meadows, whose writing, like I said, I do actually like. So I'm hoping it's a bit thick. It's probably one of the thicker books on this pile. But I am hoping I get along with this book quite well. So the second book that I have on my list is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. So this is a smaller book, gorgeous cover. And so this is a book about a family of women who have spent, I think, centuries, or at least a century, looking after this amazing garden. But there's a tragic secret in the family because whenever they fall in love, the person they love disappears. And so I believe, I've heard lots of really good things about this, and I believe it's sort of a story about finding out why they disappear and what happened to those people. So it's a little bit magical, but not in a really fantasy way, so maybe more of a magical realism way. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I've heard some really good things about this, so looking forward to it. Third on the list is The Glass Spare by Lauren DiStefano. I don't know a lot about this one at all, but basically it seems to be about a girl who's, I think, the 4th child of the king. I think it's the king. But she lives her life hidden away from society. And then she's attacked, and she discovers that her touch turns people into gemstones, into glass and gemstones and stuff. Yeah, so fantasy, a bit of a mystery, court intrigue perhaps. So yeah, should be fun. Fourth up, we have Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. So this is a contemporary book, and it's, yeah, like all our crate books, it's YA and it's set in a high school. And so basically our main character accidentally eavesdrops on the breakup between the it couple of the school, which I think is a lesbian couple, and then draws the ire of the grumpy Iris. And then the school puts on a production of, I think it's A Midsummer Night's Dream. And so we get theatre shenanigans and romantic shenanigans. It's another small one. So I'm hoping it'll be a really quick read. I'm hoping it'll be a really fun read because, you know, theatre shenanigans, gotta love them. And then we have Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. So this is science fiction. I don't get a lot of science fiction books actually from our crate. But so it's a bit thicker and lovely purple edges. But basically it's about a girl who, I believe she's trying to help her sentient android friend, D09, by finding the coordinates to a lost ship. Only she's beaten to those coordinates by some wealthy dude, and then there's a bit of an adventure to try and get hold of the ship. Like I said, I actually don't know a great deal about it, but like the back says, outcast, rogue, orphan, rebel. So, you know what? It's science fiction. I haven't read much science fiction recently, so hopefully Heart of Iron is a good book. So those are the 5 Our Crate books that I'm going to attempt to read in August. I'll have a few more books that I just grabbed off my TBR pile because I know I'm going to enjoy these. And I've just been putting them off because I've felt like there are other things I should read. But I know they're going to be fun. I know they're going to be enjoyable. So yeah, so I picked Terry Pratchett, Wintersmith, which is the 3rd Tiffany Aching novel, which I still haven't read. It's been sitting on my shelf for ages. I love Tiffany Aching. She's yeah, amazing. She's this girl who's learning to be a witch in the Discworld universe, and it's like YA, and there's the wee free men who are the little blue pixies with Scottish accents and red hair. So yeah, next book in the Tiffany Aching series. Really, really looking forward to picking this up. I'm also looking forward to picking up Taste of Marrow by Sarah Gailey. This is a little novella. It's the 2nd novella in the series. I think it's a duology, but there might be a 3rd shorter story or something. I'm not sure. But this is her series of Tor.com novellas that involve an alternate past in America where the country's waterways are overrun by hippos. Yeah. I mean, the first book was a heist involving hippos. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the second one's about, but it's the same crew. So yeah, hippos, feral hippos and riding hippos. It's short, it'll be fun. And I also grabbed my next Anne Cleeves novel, Blue Lightning, which is in the Shetland series. I've been sort of slowly reading these because I love the TV show, Shetland, and so I've been reading the books that they're based on. And I'm really enjoying them. They're detective thriller novels, you know, about Detective Jimmy Perez on the Shetland Isles. So this is Blue Lightning. This is the next one. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I mean, probably quite dark, but fun. And then I was thinking about what else, what if I want to read something shorter. And then I realised I am nearly a year behind, probably about a year behind, almost, on my Uncanny magazine. And it just so happens that I have sitting here my physical copy of what is technically issue 24. I've already read issue 25, so I'm not sure why I skipped it, possibly because I knew this was coming. But it is also the special issue, Disabled People Destroy Science Fiction. So I'm thinking I can pick this up on and off over the month and try and read some short stories and essays and such things, and, you know, start making some progress again on my Cant Magazine. This one is edited by, do forgive my pronunciation, Elsa Sunensen Henry and Dominic Parisian, I think. So, yeah, this will be fun. This will be fun. It's got a beautiful, beautiful cover by Lynn Kane. I'm so pleased that I actually got the physical copy of this one. So, yeah. that is my current prospective TBR for the October challenge. There will probably be some comics read as well because, like I said, I've got a Dewey's readathon and I've actually got a growing pile of comics that I haven't read yet, including I think I'm about 4 issues behind on Shuri. I still haven't finished the G. Willow Wilson run on Ms. Marvel. I've still got Lumberjanes to read. I've still got Unbeatable Squirrel Girl to read. So those will probably show up in my whatever TBR I end up having for Dewey's. But yeah, that is my October challenge TBR. These are the books that I'm hoping to read this month. We'll see how I go. I've not been quite keeping up, but I've also been reading some long books and reading some non-fiction. So hopefully going back to fiction will speed things up for me. Alright, so if you've read any of those books, let me know what you thought without spoilers down in the comments. Or if you want to know more about any of them, let me know about that too. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye!